It occurs to me, after I've said that this is getting a lot more views than other things, and I should explain Ass Clowns as shrewd negotiators real quick. That's what I refer to my fans as. The rules are... I know if you're an Ass Clown or shrewd negotiator. You're one or the other. The two do not overlap. If you believe you're a shrewd negotiator, you're automatically an Ass Clown. No argument. If you're like, I'm a shrewd negotiator, fuck you, you're an Ass Clown. That's what you get for being all smug about it. Unless otherwise informed by me. If I tell you you're a shrewd negotiator, you're a shrewd negotiator no matter what. The only way to be a shrewd negotiator is to not think you're a shrewd negotiator. Because then you're negotiating so well into being a shrewd negotiator that whatever. It's stupid. It's kind of an in-joke thing. I don't know how Ass Clowns showed up. Shrewd negotiators from Ratchet and Clank. Whatever. You're here for this stupid game. Do you like holding someone's hand? I mean, that's a natural response. I don't like the look she's giving me. Girl Android was confused and even blushed. Does she have the same blood system as a human? If she does, I have to ask what makes her an android at this point. Yes, but not with everyone. Okay. It was my time. Not with everyone. Including you. I don't like you. It was my turn to blush. It was wonderful when you were not considered everyone, especially by such a nice girl. I mean, robot, what's the difference, really? A whole lot, actually. Or not much, depending on how stupid the author is. Me too. I felt like a young schoolboy on his first date. You're married. And just had a talk about how cheating was not a good idea. Maybe. It was exciting and enjoyable, but there was still one thought that haunted me. But you're some jerks to release aggression, you have to... Carta sat up so abruptly I shuddered. Wow, maybe you don't bring up the fact that she's a sex bot people use freely when you're connecting in an almost romantic way. Have a nice day, citizen. Oh, you're an idiot. Walked away, leaving me alone on this stupid, comfortable bench. Sorry, I am such a fool. There was nobody next to me. Yeah, you're an idiot. Nobody met me in the hall? Good. All the way to the elevator, I was examining the walls, hoping a pale silhouette of Selena would suddenly appear against the background, but she was not there. Good. I did not know the floor of Professor Tin? Office, right, the first name, last name thing. But the terminal blinked the right button helpfully. That was great. Good morning! Right, he's French. I shuddered. Well, I was so deep in my thoughts I didn't notice when I arrived. I was staying like a fool in the middle of the office. Ugh. Yes, morning. Fucking alcohol in my mouth. The taste! Ugh. What worries you in such early hours? What are you so puzzled about? What are you thinking about? About the God. Not just God, the God. Oh, those are meritorious thoughts. What exactly are you interested in? I sat in an armchair. Why does his office have a chair if he's just ahead? Which is even more comfortable than the bench outside. Most armchairs are. Did he leave? Where? Why? My first question about, oh yeah, God's real, we proved he exists, would not be, did he leave? It would be, first of all, what? Secondly, how? Third, so what's the deal with that then? He's cool with all this? In order, those would be my thoughts and questions. Professor's head jerked as if he shrugged and waved his hands that I can't see. Well, alright, I saw none of it. Who knows? After all, we're talking about the God. The official story is that he was satisfied with his creation. He gave us the freedom and went to where he was most needed. Okay, so it's a deist society, I think it's called. And an unofficial story? Mentioned it earlier, who knows? Fair enough. Do you really believe that this world is perfect? Of course not, but it's much better than other worlds. Trust me, there is no violence, no bigots, really. No war, and people live on in peace and harmony. I don't believe you. Compete in sports, science, art, in the beauty of the bodies, and purity of intentions. This is nearly a perfect world. You know, for no bigotry in wars, I'm not seeing any... Well, wars doesn't matter, but for no bigotry, I'm not seeing any people that aren't white. In fact, there's a super white person, which I mean albino, but... Yeah, no one who isn't white. Nearly. Eh, something is missing here. Like what? Black people? Asians? Indian people? I don't know. Just Spanish people. Anyone who isn't white. I miss the magic. We had magic in the world. Professor turned somewhere inward. Maybe he was thinking of magic. Where did he come from? Probably from Middle-earth with elves, hobbits, and local Gandalfs. This guy likes referencing what I'm pretty sure is copyrighted materials. I paid money for this dude's fanfic of bullshit. So, why are you here then in this high-tech world? You're a key person yourself? I got it right, aren't you? Oh! I thought he was saying I missed the magic because he was referring to, you know, metaphorical magic. Like there was mystery and magic in the world before God showed up and explained everything. But no, apparently he comes from a world where magic was a thing. Are you really going into this, guy? I gotta find out the name of the person who made this so I can yell at you personally in these videos. That's right, but I've got a job to do. Professor sighed as if having decided, replied in detail. I am the last of ones. Last of ones? Key persons? Of myself, other me died this way or another, and the one who survived cannot abandon his world. His life work is there, and mine is here. Until I finish the experiment, I mean finish my work here, I will not be called back. None of that makes any sense. Experiment, what is it about? Young man, that's only semantics. That information's classified. You aren't even a warden. Oh, yeah, good point. And what am I allowed to know? Strictly speaking, nothing. Oh, great. I'm on the right track, then. At least for now. I already told you a lot, as an exception. This world is tiny, there's just a couple of key persons, that's why I'm so frank with you, blah, blah, blah. But let us not hurry, let's go back to the god. Okay, what is it? Professor smiled. It is the god. I stared demandingly at the professor and then he continued. Presumably an ethereal information and energy being with infinite possibilities. We're dealing with only its messengers, the angels. Game, you're not good enough for this. You're not good enough for any of this, really, but you're not good enough to incorporate God existing. You mean who? You mean who exactly? Wait, what? You mean who exactly we... People, prophets, apostles, me. What? Did you see the angels? I did in my time until they left as well. So science didn't prove God existed, he just showed up one day. Does it mean that I'm talking to a real apostle, and he works as an ordinary doctor at a hospital, even though the central one? What did they need? They checked whether commandments were observed. Fuck no! We're cheating left and right and have no sense of dignity, or pride, or... what's the word? I think it is dignity. Not like, you know, oh, I'm so dignified. I mean, like, personal dignity that makes me put on pants before I go out to 7-Eleven or some shit. So you had commandments as well. Well, what a religion would be without commandments, mon cher. I mean, the period's correct, but that sentence is stupid. There's also a standard set of commandments in all worlds. He is the only one, the God. Oh, good. So God created all these different worlds for us to go to. And each one has an overlap. Oh, this is fucking dumb. I need more alcohol. This is real dumb, guys. This took a turn from being just kind of poorly written and stupid to being dangerously bad, okay? This is dangerous how bad this is. Because he said this is the first in a series. Which means there might be more. And I don't want there to be more, because this is stupid. Ugh. Alright, stomach clenched. Drink in hand. Okay, bottoms up. Gotta finish the rum today. It's not enough to really, certainly at this point, to do another sit down of these. So, taste is so bad. Sorry, that was straight ginger ale. Just steadying myself. Yeah. Why was this easier last time? Probably because I had a bunch of food. Professor smiled again as if it was a joke, only I did not catch the humor. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, and so on. Exactly, 5 commandments allowed us to build this wonderful world. Alright, half of them. 5, not 10? Depends on the world. We have 5. There's even a joke that the local prophet dropped 1 tablet with half the commandments. But that's an inside joke for the wardens. Don't we have something similar? That there were 15, but he dropped one in the tab? Yeah. I think that's a History of the World Part 1 thing. Can we skip the joke? I would really like to understand. Alright, the first commandment is God is love, false idols are evil, forget them. Ah, okay, false prophets. I think that is one of them. Agree that is a good commandment. You do not need strife and war, just forget them. False idols are evil, forget them. Just don't even bother. Whatever. And who will remember imaginary gods if their existence is not proven? True gods send angels, and many people saw them. They were living among us once. You know what? That's a legit point. If God showed up one day, that would pretty much shut everyone else up, wouldn't it? Like, oh no, my God's right. No, your God's wrong, my God's right. And then person A's God shows up, person B's like, well, shit. That's clearly God. Guess I was wrong. I stood up and started pacing. Great, no crusades, no inquisition. That means the best Monty Python bit, and by best I mean one of the best, is gone. If you want to invent gods, invent them. No, he just said don't do that. But they will all be forgotten by those who saw a real angel. Oh. Second commandment is do not kill neither others nor yourself. Do not wrong. Yeah, alright, no killing, sure. Also a great commandment. It disowns murder, assault, not really, just killing. None of the other harm that... Nope. Nope, just killing. Very clearly... Yeah, well, if do no wrong is included in that... Fuck, one commandment, do no wrong, the end. But yeah, assault, doesn't... whatever. I could only nod. Yeah, no killings, probably. Do not steal. There goes... Then goes do not lie, no comments here. Stealing and lying. I mean, I kind of have to agree with stealing. It's hard to justify stealing. There's different levels of stealing, sure, but I guess no stealing in general kind of just covers it all. I disagree completely with lying. I think there's plenty of times where a lie is necessary. Provided it harms nobody. And it's situational. And don't get me wrong, most situations lying is off the table. There are going to be some situations where lying is necessary. Like, oh gosh, I don't know, the common example is a surprise party. Fucking be like, hey, I need you to go to the store and get me some bread. You don't need the bread, that's a lie, but you're doing it, you know, for good reason, so you can surprise the guy when he comes home. That sort of thing. Like, it's technically speaking a lie, but, you know, whatever. Fuck, Santa Claus is a lie. Sorry, kid. You know, kids, don't watch this. Fuck you. Finally, do not betray your spouse by God. Appreciate love and beauty. I feel as though that one's getting ignored in this reality. This one is not that clear. Do not betray your spouse. Appreciate love and beauty. No, that one's pretty damn clear. Don't betray your spouse. I can only think of one meaning for that. Don't cheat. You may interpret it as stop cheating after church wedding, and it's on one's conscience. Okay, it specifically says spouse, so I guess it is okay to cheat on a girlfriend in this reality? Stupid. What about the weekend? What? I think we've got something about Saturday, but I was never into religion, I guess. You mean how Sunday's the Lord's Day, and you shouldn't work? A stupid commandment. You should rest when you're tired. Yeah, also Sunday's a day of rest, not Saturday. Despite that sign I saw on the side of the road that said the Antichrist, and I'm not making this up either, this isn't the alcohol speaking, I was just driving along the road, and there was a big old billboard that said, Saturday is actually the Lord's Day. The Antichrist changed it to Sunday. And it was telling you, like, the exit to take so that they can offer you free reading material. And I almost crashed my car laughing so hard at this sign. Because people paid for that sign. It makes sense. No desire to argue. Rest when you're tired. I guess. Yeah, whatever. What about honor your parents? A dangerous commandment. What? It's good we don't have it. What? But why? Good question. It allows parents to turn their children into lifelong slaves in the name of God. I don't think it does. I think honor your parents just means remember they're your mother and father and treat them with the certain amount of respect that that status carries. Honoring, in fact, can be interpreted in many different ways. Author, you're walking a dangerous line at this point. And in general, children do not need stupid parents. They need good teachers, professional experts in their field. You have issues with your parents, don't you? And they're letting you live in their basement. How dare you talk about your parents that way? Who will not make any mistakes in education. They just honestly work for being paid. Plenty of teachers are biased and make mistakes, dude. Almost like a Strugatsky book. Professor expressed interest. Who is it? The Strugatsky brothers? This guy really likes these two. Are ideologists, so to speak. I doubt it. Writers who came up with similar system. But aren't children live in families here? In families indeed! In remarkable families of 5 to 7 children and 1 teacher. I even grimaced. It's a foster home then, rather than a family. But that's even better. Ugh. What about love? A good teacher knows how to love all children responding kind, of course. I shook my head and held up my hands. Doc, stop, and I indigest it and reconcile. Professor Tin stopped. I forget, Mart? I don't know. Martin? Maybe, I don't know. He understands everything. After all, he's not from the world himself. He's just what about Selena? Who? Oh, the albino. Does she have this kind of family? Now Doctor obviously hesitated for a moment. It's too soon for you to know about that, but I don't want to lie. It's a sin. Selena was created in the laboratory. Okay, so it's a robot. Fell in the armchair and almost closed my eyes as I suspected. That's right, all autistic mute albinos are robots! Fuck. Is she an android? No. What? Of course not, well, not really. So, it's not or not really? A group of scientists working on a secret project that tried to allocate a gene of a key person. In this world, the scientists have already heard rumors from a taxi driver. You've genetically developed psychics. Yes, it's not a secret. The only secret is the existence of the wardens. Alright, so here's a quick rundown. Nudity's fine, yet somehow cam girls are still okay. Miracle world of science and tech and shit. We've also proved God's real, and he's totally cool if you cheat on people, unless you're married to them. Androids are a thing that just wander the street, freely available for you to fuck at your leisure. There are a group of people who can travel to different universes. I, in particular, have to fuck a person to do that. Just a certain type of person, though, of course. And now we're genetically engineering psychics. I think perhaps you might have a few too many side plots going on, author. Just saying. So Selena was created from some genetic material of a key person. Only in the process of constructing someone made a mistake. Back then, genetics were still a less developed field, somehow. We gave her a photographic memory so she could carry huge amounts of scientific information on the other side. But has played a cruel joke on us. The key person was defective. She did not have her own personality. She seemed to have one. And we tried to transfer artificial intelligence to her, but did not work, or rather did not work the way we expected. The professor was talking with much passion. Apparently he gestured with his hands that were invisible to me, paced around the room, and here only his excited, translucent head was making grimaces. That's not a grimace. We rewrote the artificial intelligence in the girl's brain and got a robot. Easily programmable, capable, skillful, almost human, but during the first exchange of the Crystal City, did not get the same artificial intelligence created on the other side. My granddaughter, an introverted merc girl. First of all, mute. Secondly, you did this to your granddaughter, whose only crime, by the way, and I hesitate to use the word crime, was being introverted and mute. I've also known, I think, one mute person. They were very outgoing. I'm not saying all mute people are introverts or extroverts, but the one mute person I knew was very outgoing. But, like, really? I know plenty of introverts, too. I really am curious to continue here. And by curious, I mean hesitant. First of all, said I decided his concern was about the child's fate. He's still a nice person, of course. Experiment almost failed, but the child proved to have excellent photographic memory as well. Now we successfully use the two key persons from both worlds as flash drives. Heh. My jaw dropped, but the doc looked quite pleased. An excellent storage medium. I show Selena multi-page documents unable to read. She accurately reproduces them on the other side. Okay. Dr. Shine, what a fantastic grandpa. One cannot even dream of such a family. So you're using your daughter as a fucking fax machine, is what I'm getting. I clenched my fist involuntarily. I wish I could play. I know I've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it. You don't get points for pointing out the world you created is stupid. I wish I could punch the smug grin of his, but there was only a hologram in front of me. And, alright, there are some instances where authors have put their characters in worlds obviously they've created, and they point out the flaws in this world. But the thing is, the idea is this world is supposed to live alongside of our world, and also, we got here by having sex. That is stupid. You're coming out of the gate stupid. You don't get to do that. If you want to come out the gate stupid, keep making it stupid. Have it be intentionally stupid. Done well, intentionally stupid is fine. This is just bad in general. I'm tired, that's enough for today. You heard him. That's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Tokenlad. Talk to you later, Shrewd Negotiators. See you around, Ass Clowns. Feel free to check out my Patreon, link in the description below. Every little bit you donate helps. I can keep buying alcohol. It'll get me through games like this. I'll read this last sentence. For some reason, I could manage to speak only in short phrases. I stiffly walked to the elevator. Doc followed me with his surprised eyes. Blah, 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 blah. More on that later. Goodbye.